I love photographing food, but I don't always get perfect composition in camera, and sometimes my photos need a little bit of work with the cropping tool. With this image, I have a lot of empty space on the top and the bottom, and I find it really distracting. I really want the focus to be on the food. So inside of Essentials, I'll head over to Composition AI. I'll keep my ratio set to original, and I'll begin cropping. The first thing I'd like to do is rotate the image. So I'll hover over the top right corner and click and just start to move it to the right. Once I feel like my image is a little bit more level, I'll start cropping in to remove that empty space. I'll start at the top and drag down, and I'll do the exact same thing on the bottom. Then I'll click and move to position the toast right in the center of the frame. When I have a good crop, I'll press that Return or Enter key. Now I'm ready to make a few more adjustments to this image. It looks pretty great out of camera, so I'll just use a few of the features inside of Luminar to give it a nice finishing touch. I'll start out with the Enhance AI tool, and I'll take that accent slider and move it to the right. I'm just watching my photo as I do this, and once I feel like I've really intensified that brightness and contrast, I'll go ahead and stop. Then I'll head over to Creative and go down to Mystical. I'll click on that amount slider and move it to the right. I really like the Mystical tool for food photography. It does a great job of bringing out the contrast and the colors in my photographs. I think I'll finish this image with a vignette. So I'll go back over to Essentials, click Vignette at the very bottom, and I'll start by reducing the amount slider. I'm going to move this slider pretty far to the left so I can really get a good idea of what the vignette's doing. Then I'll go down to the advanced settings. I'm going to take the feather slider and move it really far to the right. This really softens the edges of the vignette. I'll also add a touch of inner light, which helps to add a nice brightness to the center of the frame. Next, I'll go back to the amount slider and reduce the intensity. I'll toggle the vignette off and on so you can see the effect. Now I'll do a quick before and after so I can see my finished result. Now I have a beautiful photograph of food with a much better composition.